in my mind's eye, I was thinking, okay, so it's leaders of industry, it's CEOs, entrepreneurs, and then you threw at me a bullfighter. A bullfighter came, like the guy that protects the riders when they get thrown off the bull in a rodeo, like an incredibly audacious human, what I believe would be an incredibly audacious human. He
Mm.
came. And then I went, that is a career that certainly has a lifespan. And I don't know how long it is, but I don't reckon it could be too long. You wouldn't see many 50-year-old bullfighters, I don't believe.
No.
Um, did he come to the elevation barn to sort out from himself what's next in my life? Or can you just share what's appropriate to share on that individual as a way for me to understand the elevation barn? Because I thought I did. Now it's gone.
Yeah, many of us in life, and just going back to your first point about it not being about see it, everybody that helps others is a leader, right? You can be a stay-at-home dad. You're helping lead your family and make sure they're safe and put a roof over their heads and blah, blah, blah. You can be a ballet dancer and you're leading an audience, you're leading an experience. It's people that lead others. That's where people, there's a difference between a CEO and a leader. Leaders are people that take responsibility to help others. Okay, so that could be a nurse, it could be a school teacher, whatever. And everybody deserves the skills and the knowledge that we share.
May I interject and say thank you for saying that? That was beautiful.
It's true. I mean, I hate that badge of, there's nothing worse than going in and saying, I am the badge that I've got on my jacket or my profile. That all that does is make you an arsehole, right? I'm a CEO. Who gives a shit? Look at
Yeah.
the CEOs when they lose their jobs. You'll see the little boy or the little girl sobbing. No one loves me. No. Then they realize that, you know what? I lived a false economy of a title. That's where it goes wrong, right? Going back to the bullfighter and just that analogy. Can you repeat the question because I got distracted?
I just sort of as succinctly as I can. Um, Thank you for sharing who comes to your leaders,
Yeah.
and we're all leaders in some capacity. The bullfighter came to your 4 day
Oh yeah, what he was
retreat.
looking to do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
Yeah, I mean,
that's it. The career lifespan is not very long. So I made the assumption,
correct.
oh, he came to work out what's next for him after being a bullfighter. What can you share a little bit of his life and why he
Yeah,
came?
yeah. So the guy's Raymond. He's amazing, and he came last minute because his wife was coming, and she's like, could my partner come? I didn't know he was a bullfighter, and we had a really interesting group. We had a tech person, we had a probiotic expert, we had an artist there, we had a singer. It was just a mix of people that you would love sitting around your dinner table because you spend the night going, no way, seriously? That's how you. I think through such different lenses. And that's what happens at every barn. You will be with people of extreme diversity and different walks of life. Raymond came because he was in transition, to your point, and he's like, what do I do next? What we realized as we went through it is one, he's a great storyteller. Two, he spends a lot of time being really connected to another human person he's protecting that got thrown off the bull, other living organisms and stuff. And he also studied soil at university and he wanted to help save the land. But he needed to walk the first steps of his next path, his next journey with somebody else to ensure that people didn't go, dude, you're a bullfighter. What the hell are you doing? And all you need to do, like climbing a mountain, is you need to make the first few days steps with other people that go, dude, you'd be awesome at that. Or why don't you do that? Or have you thought about that? Or why don't you lean on that? And we usually don't because somebody has said, you shouldn't, couldn't, you're not good enough. That's not you. And we self-deprecate. When you're with a group of strangers that do not know you, or even friends that you've known all your life, but do not really know you, and then they're allowed to see about what's really important and what do you really need, and do we really care, then you can put wings like no other. When we do the retreat, 7 people, if you help the other 6, you've now got 6 people helping you.
Mm.
And they are bringing 6 dimensions of thought that you do not have because you did not live that life. And that's the power. Wow. I can't believe I'm getting the perspective from that person that looks through the lens totally differently. And you know what? They're right. The number of people that come and do the barn, every single person who comes to do it says it's transformative. Why? Because we've taken the ice off the windshield of life to allow you to see where you can go. We spend most of the first exercise we do at the barn is go find the object that represents where you're at, just to talk about it. I'm at this, now go find the object where it represents where you want to be. So you now know where you want to be. It's not a hard question. I'd like to be this because it means this, 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 and this. Wow. You know where you want to go. Now we need to know how we can help you to get there. And most of us present personas that really aren't us. We present what we think we should be to impress you or what we think you think we are. When we present who we truly are, then you can fly. And when you're with strangers, they don't know who you're pretending to be.
Hmm.
They don't care that you've done all these things in life and da-da-da-da-da. Great. Those apply to your families and your businesses and your friends back home. When you have a clean slate, you can paint any picture for your future and no one's going to judge. And that's what products and services do. When I'm designing the phone for the future, I don't go, oh, but we had a tech failure 3 years ago. We say we grew from that tech failure and we don't have it anymore, but we don't go back and stay with that failure to hold ourselves back. We move forwards. The products and humans need to do the same. We often go back and go, oh yeah, but I can't, shouldn't, because we go back to childhood, or we go back to survival things where we're competing with others that said things to beat us, to succeed against us. When we wipe that slate clean and go, what happens if we could put a justice league of different expertise and thinkers and doers besides us to succeed? You're in good company, you've got the right equipment, and if you go with it, you can totally fly.
Raymond, did you ever see the movie Crocodile Dundee, Paul Hogan?
Very well. Yeah, classic.
Do you remember there's that scene where Paul Hogan literally puts his hand on the bull, like Raymond.
Yeah.
Raymond is the Crocodile Dundee, the real Crocodile Dundee, 30 times a night, as opposed to Paul Hogan, the Australian actor that managed that ball put on that very
And
famous.
we're all that. We are all that Crocodile Dundee. We are all facing different bulls 30 times a day. There's something. The question is, are you dancing with it? Are you trying to control it? Or are you running from it?